Raiders and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
One thing for us to keep in mind and remember, they're coming off of their open week last week. They got to sit home and relax a little bit before the final stretch of the season. They got the lucky draw because every team in the league wants to have that open week later in the year rather than early. They benefited.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Back to throw. Gilmore. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. From the gun, Gilmore. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. Now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Look at me, zipper.
Now they try the right side here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Set up, 60 or
52's the mark.
Here we go.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just
Smooth.
It's just me and you. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. In the face.
Hit it.
On 3rd down, Costello. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Go.
Mike part two. You don't want none, baby.
Five.
They're going to try and throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
X3. 218. Jump. Check.
Check 4.
Go. Ready.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
70, Indy.
What's the mic? Watch one. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now.
Baby, that's baby shot.
Big grip.
Now a handoff looking right. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Operating from the gun, Costello, and that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Crunch. Crunch.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Gilmore. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A game there of 30 big ones.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throws right side, and that's complete. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And a special play there by the special teams. It's one thing to fake it. He ran it in for the score.
I think the special teams coach saw something on film in preparation for this game, told the head coach now's the time. He got the green light, and they worked it to perfection.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Now they try the right side here. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking to throw. Costello. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Delta.
Operating from the gun. Costello into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Gilmore. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Back to throw. Gilmore. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The throw right sideline here is complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Looking to throw. Costello. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Go, go.
Now a handoff looking right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Check 31, check 31.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Switch.
Hey, Jet.
Small.
Hey, lock it.
Kill. He's coming. We got double up.
Hey.
Slam.
Ready?
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
52's the mic.
On 4th down, Costello. And that is going to be incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Pulled in at the 24. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Costello, and tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Hey, dude.
They'll try and throw for it here. Now this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 21.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd and 2, Gilmore throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
80 weapons.
Check 50, check 50.
Step.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. Gilmore. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Gilmore. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Go, Rocket, come on.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Look at me, zipper.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
2nd and long. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw. Costello. Open man is Kirk. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Costello. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Costello. He gets it to Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. What a career he continues to have. That catch is number 815. That ties him with Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp.
And just think about this. The only people ahead of him in the tight end position in catches, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, and Tony Gonzalez. You catch it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got daylight. 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This one taken from the 7.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Costello. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Costello. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Costello. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
70
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Clear.